go.
Staying alive, staying alive. It's Sunday night, November 27, 2022. Dan Grider, Probable Cause. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday with your friends and family. I hope you didn't overeat. We did not. There wasn't much to eat, but that's okay. We did good. We had a great time with family and friends and playing guitars, and we got a lot of stuff done, so it's all good.
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take me home, country road. Woo! We finished one, kind of.
Hope you enjoyed your little break there as well. This is going to be a real short video tonight. I appreciate you joining us in the chat room. If you're there with us, say hi and tell us where you're from. It's always interesting to see where you're checking in from, either a state or a city or something like that. And last video did really good. I'm going to talk about the last video. That's the CAF video. It's only on there about 6 days, but it generated about 100,000 views, 1.2 million minutes watched, which did really good. And a tremendous amount of comment. And I think that's how our industry changes and becomes better, is via the comment and the public comment section. Remember, NTSB and all of our government has a public comment section specifically for this purpose. Your opinion is valuable, and the more we bend and mold opinion into what we need to be doing, your voice should be heard. And I think the comment section on some of these videos is very good. The CAF video also circulated a video here recently showing a drone. None of that stuff is true. Here's a little excerpt I found on the web showing you how ridiculous media is. This didn't have anything to do with the P-63 stalling or anything like that. This video that's being circulated around about the P-63 hitting a drone or the drone or a piece falling off, it's completely bogus video. There's nothing to that. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about the P-63 B-17 crash. We're very sorry for the loss of life there. We hope that change can occur, things get better, safety increases. We hope we learn some lessons off of each and every one of these to prevent possible remakes in the future. Remember, our warbirds and our veterans are getting old, and they're getting more rare and getting more precious. We need to take increased care and increased effort and step up our game to protect those assets wherever we can, and it's all necessary. My channel, several people have asked about my YouTube channel. It's doing good. I don't monetize. If you ever see any ads on my channel, it's not me, and I don't get any money. I never have, and I never will. I don't sell anything, and I don't have anything that way. Currently, I'm running about 1 million views every 28 days and about 10 million minutes watched per 28 days, which is about average. For me, it does really good. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you checking out these videos and learning from it, and I appreciate your support of my AQP concept. If you would like an AQP hat, it's one of these right here. Our Facebook page, AQP and Coffee, has the data on there. It has a PDF that you can download. All you have to do is go do a voluntary AQP flight review and have your flight instructor endorse it and mail it to me. If you mail me a copy of your AQP flight review signed in ink by your flight instructor, I'm going to mail you a free hat free postage, free handling, free everything. Just send me your completed flight review that you went and did one and what the maneuvers were. All the instructions for that are on that AQP and Coffee Facebook page. It's been a pretty slow week. Let me put this graphic up on the screen here. Here's the graphics for this week. There's only 3 accidents here, and they are November 7094 Juliet. That's an R-44 in North Carolina. That's a news helicopter. 1 pilot and 1 passenger on board. Fatal loss of both lives there. I'm hearing rumors that the pilot did not have a medical, but I have not been able to substantiate that yet or not, but I'm sure we will here in a little bit. November 101 Bravo Hotel. I know absolutely nothing about this. I don't even know what an XLT is, and I haven't had time to look that one up. And then just recently, Friday night, up in northern Illinois, this is on the border between Wisconsin and Illinois, an extra 300 crashed. I think it crashed on takeoff. 1 killed up there, and really in the last 7 days, that's the only 3. Now, we are going to take a look in more detail. 7295 Yankee, that's the twin Comanche in North Carolina. It's outside of our 7-day range, and we did talk about that recently, but that had a precious set of grandparents on board. Tragic accident. That particular guy had been flying 20 years. He recently, 5 years ago, moved up from single to twin, got his twin, and he's been flying that Comanche. Very nice airplane. The aircraft mechanically was in superb condition. The guy flying the airplane was really good. Should not have been a problem. Weather was not a factor. We don't think mechanical was a factor. I know for sure he did a go-around, and in his go-around, he ended up stalling and spinning the airplane. I don't know how that happened. I can't tell if that's a VMC roll or what that is, but I'm sure we're fixing to find out. In any case, those things can bite you. That's a fairly experienced guy, and both him and his wife are dead over this, and it's not fixable. We can't replace the lives lost. That's how come AQP is so important. Prevent this stuff. This family right now is wishing that they had taken some flight training to prevent this accident from happening in the first place, and we're very sorry for this loss of life. That's how come this AQP mission is so important. The other one we're going to talk about is the Cessna 208 that I talked about last week. This one had a cargo pod on it. I want to be clear, this is not the cargo pod as installed by the modification company. This is a standard stock Cessna cargo pod that came on the thing. Something, I believe, came off the airplane. I don't know a way to overspeed or tear apart a 208 in flight unless you want to try to do it intentionally. The maneuvers they were doing out there that day are not that drastic. I can't see how a standard 208, the Cessna 208 is built like a tank. You can't take this thing apart in flight. The only way to do it would be to disable pitch control. Somehow, I have the feeling that that is probably what happened, but I don't really know. I just want you to know up front that the cargo modification company, Razorback, was not involved in modifying that aircraft. It had not been modified at the point of its flight. They were collecting data to see if they could modify the aircraft for all that. A couple other housekeeping items here. These mugs, Dylan's got his merch store set up. I don't know if it's going to work or not. These are $18. The smaller one is $15. Eventually, he's going to have some hats on there. If you think that price is too high, let me know. I don't want to rip anybody off, but the merch store is set up, and Dylan's got that started here now. I'm not going to be really involved in it, but he wants to do it and sell some of that stuff. We're trying to offset the cost of giving away all of our other stuff off there is the general idea. So far, the merch store has been alive for 3 or 4 days. I think we just have the one sale so far. So it's not a multi-million-dollar deal. But I do appreciate your support, and I think that's all we got here. I'm going to talk about the a couple other things here, a couple other videos. Colgan, I just put Colgan up and on the air. If you get a chance to look at my Colgan video, I put a tremendous amount of work into Colgan 3407. I'd like your opinion on that. And then the big news, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, my lifetime video, the most important video of my lifetime, D.B. Cooper, Deep FBI Secrets. I want you to watch that. It's 70 minutes long. It's done. It comes out. It will not be a premiere. It's just going to appear in your feed at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. This is a huge video for me. Huge. And I think you're going to be shocked what I have in this video. Not only the conclusion of who D.B. Cooper was, which I'm going to conclusively prove, but what we found and the FBI cover-up and involvement in this breaks my heart. This is an absolute heartbreaker that our U.S. government was involved in this, and what they did and what they covered up absolutely crushed me when I found out exactly what they did and how this whole thing happened. I mean no disrespect to our U.S. government or our FBI or no ill intention here. I just want you to know corruption does occur. There are bad people in government, and there are bad people everywhere. There are some good people in law enforcement. There's some good people in government, and there's some good people in politics. And I'm highlighting the difference here. This was some bad people that went unchecked, and that's how this whole thing happened. I want you to watch this thing tomorrow night. This is probably the biggest video of my life, clearly the biggest video of my lifetime. I'll never top this. I'm not sure if I'll still even be alive after this because of the implications off it. But whatever happens, happens. If I need to take a bullet for America, then so be it. And that's it is what it is. I'm going to tell you the truth, and that's what it is. So that's all we got here for tonight. I hope you appreciate that. We're going to skip guitars on all that stuff and just get this thing up and on the air. It's late, and we've been working. I've been going around the clock last 10 days on DB Cooper, and it's done and up and ready to go. I got to get out of here, and we will see you tomorrow night. I hope you join me on that video. It will not be a premiere. I hope you will join it with me tomorrow night, 8 p.m. DB Cooper, Deep FBI Secrets. From a tiny little itty-bitty fledgling YouTube channel, Dan Grider. Probable cause.